manufacture and bond. The Medicinal and Toilet Preparations, Excise Duties, Rules, 1956. Rule 21, Issue of rectified spirit without payment of duty. Rectified spirit shall be issued without previous payment of duty for the manufacture of medicinal and toilet preparations containing alcohol, subject to the condition that the manufacturer enters into a bond with sufficient security. Rule 22, Entry into and exit from a bonded manufactory. There shall be only one entrance to the bonded manufactory and one door to each of its compartments. All the doors shall be secured with excise ticket locks during the absence of the officer in charge. Rule 24, No additions or alterations to be made without orders. No addition or alteration shall be made in the bonded premises without the previous orders of the Excise Commissioner. Plans, in triplicate showing each addition or alteration shall be submitted with the application for the necessary permission. Rule 25, Arrangements of receptacles in a bonded manufactory. The permanent vessels for the storage of alcohol, opium, Indian hemp and other narcotic drugs and narcotics received under bond and all the finished preparation on which duty has not been paid, shall be secured with excise ticket locks. All vessels intended to hold alcohol and liquid preparations shall be gauged by the officer in charge. They shall each bear a distinctive serial number and their full capacities distinctly and indelibly marked on them. Tables shall be computed to show contents at 1 inch and 1/10 of an inch of the depth of each such vessel. Rule 26, Indent for rectified spirit. Rectified spirit required for manufacturing medicinal and toilet preparations shall be obtained on an indent countersigned by the officer in charge, from any distillery or spirit warehouse approved by the Excise Commissioner. The original being sent by the licensee of the bonded manufactory to the distiller. The duplicate sent through the officer in charge to the distillery or spirit warehouse officer and the triplicate retained as office copy. The cost price of such rectified spirit shall be paid by the licensee of the bonded manufactory to the distiller. If the distillery or warehouse officer has received from the officer in charge of the bonded manufactory the duplicate of the indent, he shall issue the spirit required under bond, under the appropriate permit and send the advice portion of such permit to the officer in charge of the bonded manufactory. Rule 27, Verification of rectified spirit received. Consignments of rectified spirit received under bond shall be verified in volume and strength and the receipt of such supply shall be entered in the register. Duty on all wastages shall be paid by the licensee of the bonded manufactory into a government treasury on receipt of a demand from the officer in charge. Rule 28, Storage of rectified spirit. After the rectified spirit received has been verified, it shall be stored in one or more vessels in the spirit store. If it is proved to the satisfaction of the Excise Commissioner that the loss is bona fide and not due to negligence or connivance on the part of the manufacturer, the duty payable in respect of such loss may be waived in full or in part according to the merits of the case. Rule 29, Issues of rectified spirit from the spirit store. Rectified spirit shall be issued from the spirit store to the laboratory of the manufactory on a requisition of the licensee, only in such quantities as are in conformity with the formula laid down in the relevant pharmacopoeia or the formula of the patent and proprietary medicines displayed on the label of the container for the particular preparation for which the alcohol is required. All rectified spirit so issued shall, in the presence of the officer in charge, be added without delay to the other materials for the preparation specified in the application. Rectified spirit shall not be issued for any purpose other than the manufacture of medicinal and toilet preparations in the laboratory. Rule 30, Indent for opium, Indian hemp and other narcotic drugs and narcotics, their storage and issue for manufacture. Indent for opium shall be made to the nearest sub-treasury or the government opium factory, Ghazipur or to the warehouse or to the place of storage approved by the state government. The supply of Indian hemp and other narcotics shall also be indented for from the nearest government warehouse in the same form. The supply of opium, Indian hemp, narcotic drugs and other narcotics shall be made under permit. On their receipt in the bonded manufactory they shall be verified and accounted for in the register as in the case of alcohol. Opium, Indian hemp, narcotic drugs and other narcotics obtained by the licensee free of duty shall be stored separately in the spirit store and secured by excise ticket locks. They shall be issued for the manufacture of medicinal preparations only on a requisition by the licensee as in the case of alcohol. Rule 31, Manufactured dutiable goods. Each preparation manufactured shall be registered and shall bear a distinctive serial number, which shall be known as its batch number. This register shall also show the receipt and disposal of all alcohol issued to the laboratory from the spirit store and the quantity of finished medicinal preparation manufactured therefrom. As soon as a preparation is manufactured, it shall be removed to the finished store where, after it has been carefully measured, it shall be stored in vessels provided for the purpose and entry is made in the register. Rule 32, Manufacturing vessels to bear labels. Every time the percolator, or other vessel intended for alcohol shall be labeled with the following particulars. A. The name and batch number of the preparation. B. The description and quantity of alcohol placed in it from time to time, and C. The date of removal of the preparation and the quantity of such preparation removed. Rule 33, Sample to be taken. On completion of production of medicinal or toilet preparation, the officer in charge shall permit the licensee to take free sample of 227 milliliters or such quantity of the preparation as the officer in charge considers necessary for analysis in his own laboratory. Any quantity left over after analysis shall be destroyed by the licensee in his laboratory in the presence of the officer in charge of the laboratory. A separate account of the quantity used by the licensee for analysis shall be maintained. The alcoholic strength of a preparation as declared by the licensee shall be maintained. Immediately after declaration of the alcoholic strength of a finished preparation by the licensee, and before such preparation is removed to the store, the licensee shall make proper entries in the register. The officer in charge shall check the entries, and if they are found in order, he shall then initial on the relevant entries of the register and take 2 samples from each batch of such finished preparation for analysis and report by the chemical examiner. 1 set of samples shall be sent at once to such chemical examiner and a note to the effect shall be made in the register. The report of the chemical examiner, when received, shall be shown to the licensee. The duplicate samples of a preparation which is intended exclusively for replacement of the original sample or repetition of its analysis, shall be kept under excise ticket lock, and shall be returned to the finished store immediately on receipt of the report of the chemical examiner. The duplicate sample shall not be returned to the finished store in any case where a. The alcohol strength of a preparation from which the sample was taken, is declared by the chemical examiner to be beyond the margin of 3%. b. The preparation is declared to be a spurious preparation under these rules. Rule 34, Storage of finished products. Medicinal and toilet preparation shall on completion of production be stored in bulk in jars or bottles each containing not less than 2,273 milliliter. Such preparations ready for issue may be filled in bottles or containers of not less than 57 milliliter content. Every container of a finished preparation shall bear a label showing the name of the preparation, its batch number, its alcoholic strength and the name of the manufacturer. The label of each container of a preparation stored in bulk shall, in addition, indicate the actual contents in liters, its alcoholic strength and the date of storage. The containers shall be kept so arranged in suitable racks as to allow ready identification of each batch. Any goods stored may be left in the storeroom for a period of 3 years or for such extended period as the Excise Commissioner may allow. The owner of the bonded laboratory shall, before the expiry of the period of 3 years or the extended period, if any, clear the same for consumption in the state on payment of excise duty or for removal in bond to a bonded warehouse or for exportation. Rule 38, Wastage in manufacture. The state government may, from time to time, fix the percentage of wastage in the production of a particular medicinal or toilet preparation. Any wastage that exceeds the allowable limit, and is not properly accounted for, shall be charged with the duty together with penalty. If the alcohol and strength of a preparation is found by the chemicals examiner to exceed the highest allowable limit by more than 3 proof degrees or to be below the lowest allowable limit, its issue from the bonded manufactory shall be withheld. The licensee may be allowed to adjust the alcoholic strength of such a batch of preparation in a suitable manner with the previous approval of the Excise Commissioner, provided the process employed does not impair the therapeutic or toilet properties of the preparation in any way. Rule 39. Remission of duty in case of loss due to accident. In case of any accidental loss of alcohol in a bonded manufactory, otherwise than by theft, the officer in charge shall institute necessary inquiries without delay to ascertain the cause of such loss. If such loss is found to be beyond the control of the licensee, The duty on the alcohol so lost shall be remitted with the approval of the Excise Commissioner or authorized excise officer. Rule 40. Issue from a bonded manufactory. Issues of alcoholic preparations and preparations containing opium, Indian hemp or other narcotic drugs and narcotics shall be made from a bonded manufactory on payment of duty. The licensee shall present before the officer in charge an application, signed by him or by his authorized representative. The officer in charge shall, after checking the entries and realizing the duty payable, allow the required quantities to be removed after issuing a permit. Issues to another bonded warehouse shall be made without payment of duty under proper security. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.